Today we are going to work on more fractions, specifically the remainder this time. Let's take a look at this comic test. We are going to practice this with story problems and dividing. So our first story problem is about Bailey. It says Bailey made 22 pies to share with 6 people. She wants to make sure each person gets an equal amount of pie. How many pies will each person get? Okay, our number model, we're starting with the 22 pies. So that goes first for our number model. We're sharing them equally between people. That tells us that we're dividing. And we're dividing between how many people? 6. And then our number model has a letter at the end, and I'll do P for pies. Okay, now we're actually going to divide, which you guys are getting really good at. 22 divided by 6. I know that 6 can go into 22 3 times. 6 times 3 is 18. And I'm going to subtract. And I get 4 as my remainder. So my quotient back over here is 3. My remainder is 4. Alright. Now, looking at that remainder, we still have 4 pies left over. And we don't want Bailey to throw those extra pies away, so we're going to split them between the 6 people. So if you remember, like we did yesterday, those 4 extra pies divided by the 6 people, you just write that as a fraction, 4/6. And this 4/6 now, that's the remainder. If we share those pies up, we add to our quotient. So every person is going to get 3 whole pies plus another 4/6. So our answer for this one is going to be a mixed number. 3 wholes and 4/6 pies. Okay, with that remainder, we did not ignore it. We did not round it, but instead we made it as a fraction. The reason why we did that as a fraction was because we didn't want to throw away the extra pie. So, no throwaway pie. Sorry, I'm writing it like this because it's faster. Away pie. Okay, let's try another one. This one's about Aiden. Aiden made 173 cookies. He wanted to share them equally between 15 people. How many cookies will each person get? So our number model, we're starting with 173 cookies. We're sharing them equally. That means we're going to divide. And he's sharing them between 15 people. So 173 divided by 15. And since it's our number model, we need our letter, which will be C for cookies. Okay, now we can go ahead and solve. 173 divided by 15. I know that 15 can go into 173 at least 10 times. 10 times 15 is 150. Then I subtract. I'm left with 23. I know that 15 can go into 23 at least one more time. 1 times 15 is 15. Then I'm going to subtract. Okay. Next step, add over here. I'm at 11 wholes with a remainder of 8. So I'm going to put that back over here. My 11 is my quotient. My remainder is 8. Alright, now we have 8 extra cookies. And again, we don't want Aiden to throw those cookies away. So if we look back over here, what we're doing with the remainder, if we ignore it, that means we're throwing the cookies away, which we don't want to do. Can we round this answer up and give everybody 12 cookies instead of 11? No, we don't have enough cookies for that. So what we're going to do is turn that into a fraction. Okay, we have our 8 cookies that are left over. We're sharing that between 15 people. Okay, so we have 8 divided by 15. So our 8 becomes our numerator and 15 becomes our denominator. So our answer now, we have 11 whole cookies plus the 8/15 of the extra cookies. And again, we reported that remainder as a fraction right here. We did that because we didn't want to throw away the extra cookies. Sorry if you can't read that. Extra cookies. Okay. We will not always have to round the answer up. Or, sorry, report the remainder as a fraction. That's not going to be the case for every story problem. So let's try one more. This one's about Ruben's soccer team. His team has 42 people on it. His team is going to Akron to win, of course. Go Falcons. But he needs some buses to get there. One bus holds 15 people. How many buses do they need to get the whole team to Akron? Okay, so we have 42 teammates. We're dividing that between 15 people to see how many people can fit on one bus. And our letter, I'll do B for buses. So again, 42 divided by 15. I'm going to start with 2. 2 times 15 is 30. I'm going to subtract, which gives me 12. 15 is bigger than 12, so I know that 2 is my answer, 12 is my remainder. Okay, now if we look at that remainder, are we going to ignore it, leave those extra 12 behind? Are we going to change it as a fraction? No. And the reason that doesn't make sense is because we're looking at the buses, and our remainder is how many? We're looking at the people. Our remainder is 12 people. Are we going to cut those people into a fraction? No. So our answer is going to be to round it up. So we already have our 2 buses. We need 1 more bus for those extra 12 people, which means we need 3 buses. And the reason why is because the extra people need a bus. All right, good luck on your assignment today, guys.